Alright guys, here's the video that everybody been waiting for. Been getting a lot of comments. How did I install this PHAT 200 on the Sportster 48? Well, today I'm going to make that video. I'm going to specify everything, tools, from everything that made this PHAT tire possible on this 48. Also, like I said, you guys could do this on the 883 and any kind of Sportsters without switching the swing arm. So, but today I'm just going to be talking about the whole enchilada for doing a conversion on the 150 to a 200 PHAT tire. So let's get to this video. Alright guys, so step one, the tools you guys are going to need for this installation. Of course, if you guys don't want to get your hands greasy, you guys are going to need some gloves. You guys could use those rubber gloves from like hospitals. You guys are going to need your bike jack, a grinder or saw, a rubber hammer, most definitely bike straps, a measuring tape, safety glasses. You guys gonna need like some tape, flathead screwdriver. So those are the tools you guys gonna need for this installation. Step two. Alright guys, so step two, you guys are gonna end up removing your seat. Your stock seat, of course, it got that little screw right here. So you guys, every Sportster is almost the same. So you guys are going to remove your seat. Next, you guys going to remove your fender rails bolts from your original. You guys are going to end up removing it. Remove your tail lights, turn signals, whatever it is. That's how on the 48s, that's how they come on, I guess, almost every Sportster. Step three. Start off by measuring how close you guys want to like cut your rails. This step is optional. So what I mean, these are your two rails here. So what I did on mine, I actually measure both sides, of course, because you don't want to measure only one side and then angle it and try to cut, because you guys are not gonna, it's not gonna be the same, you know. So what you guys are gonna do is grab a measuring tape from here to here, measure how short you guys want your rails. You guys could leave it stock if you guys want, but that means that your fender is going to come up all the way over here. How I decided, I wanted my fender to be shorter, so I cut my rails. If I'm not mistaken, you know, just don't remember how short I cut them, but how I measured it like from the end of this bolt, and then I measured the other one so I could cut it same length from the other one. All right. So that's that. Step four. Now to remove, after that you guys remove your rails. You had to remove your original fender out, and now we're gonna end up removing the rear tire. Start removing, of course, your bolts, your side. You're gonna end up removing this, so you're gonna end up holding this one down, because to loosen this one up, you're gonna remove it. On the link below, I will leave the size of the two spacers, how short you guys gotta cut them. You guys cannot use the original, the stock spacers. I believe you could use your left one, but your right is gonna have to be bigger. I use spacers here just because I didn't have time to cut my you know, new spacer. So what I did, I used another half a spacer, and then I just add washers. So you guys could do that if you guys want, but I'm actually gonna really take it out and then measure the actual size of the spacer. We're gonna adjust these all the way backwards so the wheel can move forward and backwards. Like that, you could take your belt conversion off. Now this is optional if you guys want to leave your belt, or you guys want to do a change conversion. It's all up to you guys. I'm not gonna get into detail about the chain right now. So this is just the installation of the PHAT 200. So you guys are going to loosen it up. The tire is going to move back and forth. You guys are going to move your tire all the way forward. Remove the chain. Once the chain is removed, start unscrewing this, and be careful, because of course your spacers are going to fall off. So don't forget which spacer is your left and which spacer is your right. So, and then once that's taken out, you guys are gonna hit your, of course, you know, with your rubber hammer. You're gonna put a screwdriver here, a flathead right here. You guys are gonna bang it, and of course your your axle is going to come out. Your axle is going to come out this end right here. 150 tires removed out of the frame. You guys are going to lift the jack a little bit more higher. All right. Step 5. So on this one here, you're going to use your grinder on this one, or even your saw, but grinder is way better. It's faster now that your tires, you know, removed. So like I said in the beginning, you guys are going to measure your rails. Once you guys measure your rails, you guys are going to mark it. You could put like the tape. That's what I said. That's what I did. I used not a Scotch tape, but I used those painter tapes. That is not going to take the paint off or whatever. So I marked it. I marked both of them exact. That's when I use that's when I grind it down. I chopped it off. But what I did, chop both of them up how short I wanted it. So this is how short I wanted it, because this is the style of the fender I wanted my bike to look. Right here. After you cut both sides rails, this is where everything's off. Your seat, your 2 rail covers, everything's off. You grind your rails here. Now you're gonna end up shaving all the way around. Why are you gonna do this? Because once you install the PHAT 200, you gotta remember, it rises a little higher and it's fatter. So your stock fender is not gonna fit on your PHAT 200 no matter what bike it is. And on this one, you gotta remember also, you're gonna end up making a brand new fender. Okay, that's a must. So what I did, I grind all the way around as close as I can. I believe it took maybe, I believe it's like about 5 millimeters thick, the rails on both sides here. So you guys are gonna shave all the way around. Okay, all the way around. Here I shave like 5 millimeters thin both sides. Here probably like about 3 only. I suggest you guys do your fender first before you guys start installing, you know, start shaving. Well, I mean, you guys could shave it off and then make your fender, but before, of course, installing everything, put your tire first and then start measuring it, because it then gives you more lever and makes you aware how much more you gotta shave. Okay, I just don't remember. I think it was 3 back there, but of course you gotta shave all the way around the frame, upper frame, and it ain't gonna do no damage to the bike, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now that is done, this frame is grind. Now once you guys grind your whole frame, you guys are gonna end up sanding it down, just because you guys are gonna have particles of frame, you know, metal sticking out. You don't want that, you know, because and then you got, once you start installing your fender, it's gonna start scraping your fender, your brand new painted fender or whatever. Now you guys start sanding the whole thing down, and then after you guys do it, make sure you test your tire with your fender. Once you're good with it, once you know it's perfect, start painting your whole rail. So make it look clean, just in case you ride in the rain, it's not gonna get rusted. Okay, so that's what you guys are gonna do. 7, here comes your fender right here. Now on the fender, any design you desire, make your fender. Now when you guys make your fender, make it as close to the railings as possible. Okay, so like that, once you guys start tightening on your bolts, you got to remember your 2 rails, they closed. So the outer fender you make, once you start tightening your axle, your frame starts closing inward, and of course your fender start closing to your tire. Okay, so just remember that. Make your fender as wide as you can, as close to the frame when you shaved it. All right, because look at mine here. If you guys see, it's like about 3 millimeters away from the tire, and that's perfect. That's how I wanted mine. Here, if you keep in your belt, you don't gotta change to a change drive. Okay, I did it because I wanted that change look, but you guys could keep it. You guys don't gotta remove it or whatever, you know. Like that, you don't gotta waste money on sprockets, brand new sprockets, and then, you know, a lot of people be having issues without that tool, but it's easy with a C-clamp. Now if you guys decide to go with a chain drive, always remember take your sprocket, your front sprocket out before you guys remove your tire, because you guys are gonna have issues. It's not hard. If say you forget to take your tire off, it's still not hard to take your sprocket out, as long as you know what you're doing. But it's faster if you keep your tire on. Like right now, I got my bike right now dropped on the floor. Remove your sprocket, even if it's jacked up, it doesn't matter. It's faster to take off your bolt from here. All right, I will be making another video how to remove the sprocket. All right guys, so this is the last step right here. So on this one, once you guys installed everything, your whole tire, fender, side rails, your screws and bolts, and you guys know everything's good to go, keep your bike jacked up still, start installing everything. Start tightening everything. Use Loctite on every little screw you take off from this bike, because this bike shakes when you ride. You don't want to lose screws once you're riding in the streets. All right, now what I do, like say you shorten out your fender, right? And it's show you guys a little trick here. Like I said earlier, if you guys make your fender, you guys, you know, once you start tightening your axle, your fender's gonna start closing. If you see that it's still rubbing your tire, you don't gotta take it out and redo a fender. All right, what I suggest you do, you remove your rail cover, you drill an extra hole. It all depends where is your fender hitting your tire, if it's here or if it's on the rear. It's never going to be in the middle. It's going to be in one of these two ends. All right, say it's here, drill a hole here. Okay, drill a hole and then drill a hole through your fender and put a bolt here. Once you put a bolt here, you start closing it down, your fender's going to start coming outwards. Like that, you don't got to remove everything and then start doing everything by scratch. All right, same way as here. If your fender's hitting your tire on this side, drill a hole, not through your fender cover but inside your frame. Drill a hole, put a little bolt with a screw, Loctite, remember that, and this thing starts coming up outwards and you won't have that issue. Right, so keep that in mind. Like that, you don't gotta start from scratch building a new fender or going back and shaving your side rails. All right guys, so once you guys start doing that, your bike is ready to go. You know, it wasn't so hard. If you got mechanic skills, you know, it's not even hard. You know, it's easy to do. It'll probably take you about 4 hours maybe to do this. You know, it took me a day just because I was on and off to it. You know, work and all this. So I used to come here in half an hour and start doing it. But I think like about 4 hours max, you guys should have your tire. It's gonna take longer to do your fender just because you guys gotta start it off scratch. But here you go, you guys. Easy as 1, 2, and 3. Let me know in the comments if you guys saw something you guys didn't like. You guys, you know, need something for me to tell you guys. Like I said, I will be posting, you know, the size of the spacers. You know, I know that was an inch, original one. You could still use your original spacer from your left. But I think this one was 4.5. I just don't remember. Other than that, here's my bike. Installed a 200 on the rear and 150 on the front. Alright, so there goes your 150 on the front right here. And it's possible to do on the 48. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, dangerous how people say, you know, with the heat expansion. But what I did on my front fender, you know, I make sure I rode it, got out of the bike, kept on checking it to see it's not hitting the fork, and it's not. How I always check, if you guys are, give you guys another, when you guys are riding and you guys still want to make sure it's not hitting your fender, ride like about half an hour. Okay, your bike's gonna expand, your tire's gonna, you know, gonna expand because of the heat. You guys see these little side strips here? Alright, mine is still brand new, so that means it's not hitting my side fenders, it's not hitting nothing inside this fender. That's how you guys could check. If you guys ride for half an hour in the heat or whatever, you know, when you guys stop, always check this line here. If it's still pointy, that means your tire is good and it's not hitting. If you guys see that it's, you know, shaving down, that means something's wrong and something's hitting in your side. It all depends which side is it. Alright, so that's another trick. Always try to make sure. Tie your bolts, make sure Loctite. Alright guys, make sure, you know, to adjust your side rails, your side. Make sure you guys tighten everything, you know, from your swing motor bolts right here from the rear. You know, align your tire, make sure you guys align it real good once it's still jacked up. And there you go, installation of the PHAT 200. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. Anything else you guys need, just leave a comment. I will get back to you guys. Alright guys, to the next video. I will be making another video of the front 150 coming soon, and also how to remove that sprocket without, you know, using that sprocket tool. And it is possible, guys. So till next time, don't forget, subscribe, like, comment. Leave a comment for this video here, and I will help you guys how to install an easy PHAT 200 at your own garage.